Hello children, welcome back to the science class. Previous sessions we have completed 5 units. In this session we are going to see about unit 6 human organ system. Let's move on to the lesson. Human organ system. In this lesson, learning objectives are the structure and function of organs and organ system of the human body. Next, the various human body systems and their coordination. The importance of the life process such as digestion, absorption, respiration and excretion. Humans have many organs: brain, mouth, lungs, heart, kidney, etc. Let's see one by one. Organ systems. Organ systems are formed by the association of organs as are organized from tissues. This kind of organization helps the organism to perform various activities more efficiently. A group of organs that work together to perform a particular function is known as an organ system. The human body has 8 major organ systems. They are skeletal system, digestive system, circulatory system, endocrine system, muscular system, respiratory system, nerve system, and excretory system. In this lesson, let us study more about the structure and function of these organ systems of our body. First, we will see skeletal system. The skeletal system consists of bones, cartilages, and joints. Bones provide a framework for the body, and bones along with muscles help in movements such as walking, running, chewing and dancing, etc. The adult human skeletal system consists of 2 not 6 bones and few cartilages, ligaments and tendons. Ligaments help in connecting bone to bone. Tendons connect bone to muscle. The 2 major divisions of the skeletal system are axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. So, skeletal system having 2 major divisions. They are axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton. Axial skeleton forms the upright axis of the body, which includes 3 parts: skull, vertebral column and rib cage. First, appendicular skeleton consists of the bones of the limbs along with their pectoral and pelvic girdles. Already we know that limbs and ligaments help in connecting bone to bone and tendons connect bone to muscle. So, appendicular skeleton consists of the bones of the limbs along with their pectoral and pelvic girdle. So, axial skeleton form 3 body which includes skull, vertebral column and rib cage. Skull. The skull is made up of cranial bones and facial bones. 2 bones having skull. 1 cranial bones and facial bones. It protects the brain and the structure of the face. The hyoid bone present at the base of the buccal cavity and the auditory vessels, that mean malleus, incus and stapes, are also called included in the skull. Lower jaw bone is the largest and strongest bone in the human face. In human face, lower jaw bone and is the largest and strongest bone in the human face. So, skull protects the brain and the structures of the face. Next, vertebral column and rib cage. Vertebral column extends from the base of the skull. It protects the spinal cord. It is formed by a number of serially arranged small bones called vertebrate, singular vertebra. And rib cage, the rib cage is made up of 12 pairs of curved flat rib bones. It protects the delicate vital organs such as heart and lungs. The rib cage made up of 12 pairs of curved. First 1 to 7 pairs called true ribs, and 8, 9 and 10, 11 pairs are called false ribs, and last floating ribs, 12th one is called floating ribs. Limbs and girdles. Man has two pairs of limbs, namely upper limbs and lower limbs. Upper limbs called forelimbs and lower limbs called hind limbs. Forelimbs are used for holding, writing, etc., while hind limbs are used for walking, sitting, etc. So, next, girdles. The forelimbs and hind limbs are attached to the axial skeleton with the help of pectoral and pelvic girdle respectively. From these pictures, the upper limbs denoted as, the first picture denoted as upper limb and second picture down the lower limb. Next, this picture is called girdles. Hip bones. The red color is hip bones and green color is crump and blue color is coccyx. So these are the limbs and girdles. Next, muscular system. In the body, muscular system along with the skeletal and nerve system is responsible for the body movements. Muscles can contract and therefore help in moving other parts of the body. It maintains the posture and body position. There are three types of muscles, namely skeletal muscle, smooth muscle and cardiac muscle. So types of muscles are, your body has three different types of muscles: skeletal muscles, smooth muscles and cardiac muscles. How do muscles work? Muscles of the body can only pull and they cannot push. Two muscles are required to move a bone at a joint. When one muscle contracts, the other muscle relaxes. For example, to move the lower arm up and down, two types of muscles called biceps and triceps are required. When we raise our lower hand, the biceps in front becomes short and contraction, and the triceps at the back stretch to pull up the arm. When we lower our arm, the triceps at the back contract and biceps stretch to pull arm down. So muscles help to work together. Skeletal muscles. Skeletal muscles of our body are attached to the bones. They are called voluntary muscles. Skeletal muscles called voluntary muscles because they can be controlled by our will. For example, muscles of arm. Muscles of arm is an example of skeletal muscle. Next, smooth muscles. Smooth muscles are formed in the walls of the digestive tract, urinary bladder, arteries, and other internal organs. They are called involuntary muscles. Smooth muscles called involuntary muscles because they are not controlled by our will. But skeletal muscles called voluntary muscles because they can control our body or will. But smooth muscles, they are not controlled by our will. So smooth muscles called involuntary muscles. Next muscle is cardiac muscles. The walls of the heart is made up of cardiac muscles. They are capable of rhythmic contraction continuously and involuntary in nature. So, cardiac muscles, walls of the heart is made up of cardiac muscles. Muscular system. In muscular system, finger flankers, finger extensors, biceps and triceps are here. First, finger flankers bend the fingers. It is used to bend the fingers. And finger extensor behind straighten the fingers. Next, biceps. Biceps bends the arm at the elbow. And triceps used straightness the elbow. These are using in muscular system. Next system is digestive system. Digestive system consists of alimentary canal and associated glands. This system is involved in the conversion of complex food substances into simple forms and absorption of digested food. The important is this system is involved in the conversion of complex food substances into simple forms and absorption of digested food. The digestive glands associated with the alimentary canal are salivary glands, liver and pancreas. They segregate enzymes which help in the process of digestion of food in the digestive tract or alimentary canal. The alimentary canal is about 9 meters long. Stomach is a major organ for digestion of food materials. Absorption of digested food occurs in the small intestine. The digestive system are mouth, liver, small intestine, salivary glands, stomach and large intestine. Mouth is used to start mechanical and chemical digestion of food with the help of teeth, tongue and saliva. Liver, blood carrying nutrition from the small intestine passes through the liver, which filter it and breaks down and synthesized proteins, converts glucose into glucagon and also produced bile. A small intestine, a long tube about 6 meters in the most of chemical digestion occurs. And salivary glands produces saliva which helps to lubricate food for easier swallowing. and stomach stores, mixes and digestive food with the gastric juices it produces, and large intestine absorb water from the food that have not been digested in the small intestine, also absorb some important vitamins that are produced by the large number of bacteria it harbors. Respiratory system. Respiratory system is involved in exchange of respiratory gases and thereby helps us to breathe. The human respiratory system consists of nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi and lungs. It helps in the movement of air in and out of the body. Exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide occurs between air in the lung and blood. The entry of food into the windpipe is prevented by a flap-like structure called epiglottis. Nasal cavities. The temperature and humidity of air we breathe is adjusted in these cavities, and this is the two bronchs, and lungs where gas exchange occurs, and diaphragm. Lungs. Lungs are the main respiratory organ. They are located within the chest cavity. The trachea, commonly called windpipe, is true tube supported by cardiac rings that connects the pharynx and larynx to the lungs, allowing the passes of air. The trachea divides into right and left bronchi and enter into the lungs. They divide further and ends in small air sacs called alveoli. The lungs are covered by a double layer pleura. Diffusion of gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide occurs across the alveolar membrane. Thank you, children. We have completed in this session 4 systems: skeletal system, muscular system, digestive system and respiratory system. Next session we'll see circulatory system, nerve system, endocrine system and excretory system. Let's see that.